All right, everybody, so as promised, I'm going to be doing part 2 of kettlebell clean, double kettlebell clean, how-tos, cues, and drills that I really hope they help you guys. The first tutorial, or part 1, actually went over the double kettlebell deadlift and all the cues that you kind of need to be doing in order to really practice and master that skill. The other cues and the other drills were the swings with the arms off, right? Double kettlebell swings, turning your arms off. And now I'm going to be going over the double kettlebell swinging to the waist, but you're not literally cleaning yet. And then as well, it's going to be cleaning and using your hands as brakes. So that cue of when to brake, how to control the bell. And I'll be going over stance, what is the optimal stance, athletic stance, and in addition to that, what hand placement you should use. All right, so thanks for watching. Again, please like and subscribe, share, click the bell notification, all that jazz. It really helps, and it lets me know what you guys like. Any comments, please, of what you guys want to learn more of. I'll be more than happy to share it. I love doing this. I love sharing this knowledge. Thanks, guys. All right, so the next one is going to be pistol swings, double kettlebell pistol swings. This one has actually taught me how to clean and how to snatch very effectively with a lot of power. So the idea of the pistol swings is that you have your hands somewhat in a hip draw, like if you're gonna shoot somebody with a pistol from your hip, right? Boom! That's kind of how you want the trajectory of the bell and the motion of your arm to go. So the bell, usually, when we swing here with arms slight bend in the elbow, but by keeping that elbow low, connected to your hip, right? Your lat's connected to your elbow. What that does is that allows the weight to come closer to your body, and the closer the weight is to your body, the better center of gravity you have, the more control, the more tension you can exert. Try to exert tension with the bell here compared to here. How long can you hold it? You're going to be able to hold it a lot longer, a lot stronger here. So that's why you want the bells to come closer to your body, right? So I'm going to demonstrate what I mean. Now notice that my elbows pull back. The weight comes up, right? And then I just reverse it. Boom. I'm not pulling over, I'm just pulling the weight back. Elbows are coming back. My lats and my scapula's retracting. My lats are turning on. My glutes are firing. It's a really nice, strong position. So with that position comes the transition into the kettlebell clean, the double kettlebell clean, all right? So once you've done those drills, I would recommend beautiful warm-up prior to doing any kind of double kettlebell complexes. Get that drilled in, right? Do 2 sets of 5 of the deadlift, 2 sets of 5 of the kettlebell swings with your arms turned off, 2 sets of 5 drills with double kettlebell pistol swings. And then on top of that, learn about this next cue that I'm about to teach, and it's using your hands to act as brakes. If your hands are turned off, you have absolutely no way of controlling that weight. Let me give you an example. So, if my hands are turned off and I pull back, this is what happens. Right? They're completely turned off. There's nothing controlling the weight. So your hands, we need to use them like brakes. When you're driving down the road and you see a stop sign, you're supposed to stop, right? You're not supposed to roll. So you want to stop, you pump the brakes, so you slowly press on the brakes. You don't slam on the brakes. Same thing, you don't slam on the brakes here. If I did that, then this is what would happen if I slam on the brakes. Right? When I'm cleaning, you can't slam on the brakes. So now you need to learn how to control the brakes. You're going to ease into it. So the pistol swings, you slam on the brakes. Transitioning into the double kettlebell cleans, now you're slowly pressing the brakes until you completely press the brakes down. The bell, after you've inserted your hand and the bell comes over, right, rests on your forearms, and now you have the brakes completely turned on. Give me an example. All right. So as the bell comes here, the brakes are already starting. They're not fully turned on until they get in about right here. Then they're turned on completely, and that's when you receive it. That's how you keep from banging your wrist. Now, in order to reverse that, you don't pop it forward. You simply lower your hand, and the bell naturally comes forward and receive it. Okay? Called taming the arc. So instead of here, right? See that all the time, or even worse, right? We don't do that. We want that nice rack position right here. Thumb to the chest, everything tight, right? And simply lower it. Right? All the power comes from the hips, okay? So now we're gonna do the kettlebell clean. So in the same fashion, we're cleaning to the waist. We are slowly engaging the brakes in order to have a nice, seamless catch into the rack position. I'll show you a front view, a side view, and then I'll show you with a little bit heavier weight and how it doesn't matter what weight you use. If you follow the same principles, it should work, theoretically, right? It should work. Now, obviously, you have to practice and get the skill. Strength is a skill. You map your mind in order to fire at the right time, given a certain load. That's all it is. You're just practicing the skill. The other thing that I really wanted to press upon is the stance. I used to have a really wide stance, and I used to bend forward a lot. I correlated the hip hinge with a deadlift here rather than an athletic stance. Changing that view has completely changed the way I implement kettlebell skill. So having that athletic stance is more of a, I'm gonna jump, right? I'm not gonna jump like this. I used to swing like that a lot, but I'm not gonna jump like that. I wanna jump with my chest actually observable from my front view. So here, you see my chest, it's power. My quads are slightly loaded because why only recruit one muscle when you can actually recruit a little bit more? So there's a little bit of a slight anterior tilt to recruit some hips, right? Some quads, excuse me. But the majority of the power is the hips, the hamstrings, posterior chain, abs are engaged, everything's engaged, okay? So that's the other tip that I really and truthfully believe will help you guys as well, okay? I'm gonna show you the front view of the kettlebell clean. The second tip, or the second thing, right, that I'm gonna kind of explain a little bit is thumbs in and thumbs forward. And I'll explain why some of the things that I initially thought have changed a little bit, okay? So there's two ways to, well actually there's three ways to clean. Thumbs in, thumbs straight, thumbs forward. This is all gonna depend really and truthfully on your anatomical structure. If you have long arms, long legs, short torso, you can do anything. Really and truthfully. You can do thumbs this way with a very wide opening on the bell and it's not gonna hit your legs. If you do this way, you really and truthfully will not hit your legs, right? It's gonna pass through very easily. And if you swing with the thumbs up in an A-frame, you're definitely not gonna hit your legs either. It all depends on what you're more comfortable doing. I actually started developing a little bit of a shoulder pinch when I would swing this way. My shoulder was way too much internally rotated. And that's something that I was working on a lot on in order to be able to press completely straight overhead without any impingement. And the more I worked on that, the more actually this hurt. So I decided to keep that externally rotated theme in my training and actually started training this way. All of my swings, all of my cleans were initiated with thumbs up. Not completely up, slightly tilted. This alleviates a lot of elbow pain. When it's completely like this, for me it does. For other people it might not, but for me it does. I have somewhat short arms, very short legs, and a very long torso. So as you can see, standing completely straight, arms down, look what my arms are. They don't even clear my legs. They don't even clear my pelvis or my pubic symphysis. They don't even clear that area. So here I am, I'm like, how am I supposed to get kettlebells through here, right? Unless I really get in a broken position. So it's all gonna depend on your anatomical structure. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Play around with it, get hands-on coaching, right? If you can get somebody to see how you operate better, then you might wanna change it. Don't be stuck by one method and be completely blinded by other alternatives. Be open, but at the same time, be wise on how you train, all right? Last but not least, I'm gonna do a little bit heavier kettlebells, as promised. So the only reason why I use these are not that heavy. They're 28 kilos, but compared to 16 kilos, that's double, right? So that, well, not double, that's almost double, right? 32 would be double. But the skill and the technique should remain the same. When your technique starts degrading based on how heavy you're going, then you need to stay back 1 or 2 bell sizes and practice that. If you're always trying to see how strong you are, you're not training, you're doing feats of strength. You need to train, use lighter weights, and become proficient with those weights. Become very proficient. Then, as time goes on, and those weights are becoming a joke, then you can start really using a little bit heavier weights, okay? Same principle. There shouldn't be any change. The elbows come back. your hands insert, you pump the brakes, right? I hope this helped. I wish I knew a lot of this early on. As time goes on, I try to compile as much as I can, and I try to really and truthfully get as much knowledge out there, because I know that I've had a lot of knowledge given to me, and I want to keep reiterating what has helped me. So if you like it, thanks. If you don't, leave comments. Let me know if there's anything that's helped you as well that you want to share. Leave comments. And as always, stay strong.